Okay, so here we have Paul, who's a complete beginner. He was on the machine yesterday for the first time, and the lower leg is still moving around a little bit too much at the moment, partly because the horse's belly doesn't swing in this case. It's the one thing we can't actually replicate in the simulator. But you can see that as a complete beginner, he's sitting in a saddle that's allowing him to sit in the correct position, and he already looks like a much more experienced rider. Now, Paul, I would like you to bring your shoulders just back a fraction. Yeah. And make sure you're not just poking your chin forward a little bit, trying to just bring your head back a fraction too, but without sort of tucking your neck into the back of the collar, as is often advocated, because that can sometimes make you then a bit like a turkey neck, and it will tighten up your neck and your shoulder region, but that's looking very good at the moment. So can you feel the left and right side of the back of the machine moving? So tell me when you think your left seat bone's actually dropping down. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Now tell me when you think your right one. Give your time, your brain time. Yeah? Very good. Excellent. And if you're told what to feel right from the start, you're going to find it so much easier when you're back on a real horse. So when your left seat bone's down, that's the horse's left hind leg coming underneath his body. And when the left seat bone's down, it's also when the left shoulder's coming back. So this is how we learn to feel our diagonals in rising trot. So when your left seat bone now is up and forward, that's the moment at which we would rise in rising trot. So tell me if you can, when you feel your seat bone being pushed up by the machine.
Up.
No, actually you're telling me when it's down.
No, really?
Yeah, the left one, yeah. Up, 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 up. Can you feel that now? Yeah, watch you're not trying to overdo it. Yeah, that was right. Up, yeah. Yeah, excellent. Now swap over and tell me the right side if you can, when it's coming up, not down. Yep. You nearly missed a beat then, and sometimes you caught up with yourself, didn't you? Yeah, very good. Okay, and your back is flexing extremely well. Having just shown you what to do yesterday, your back is flexing and you're allowing your two sides of your seat to move nicely with the two sides of the horse. Right, just trying to bring the lower leg a little closer to the side. Just release your knee very slightly, because we can see the leg swinging around quite a bit, which would happen as well a little bit on the real horse. So we need to get you just able to use your lower leg without it swinging around. So just release your knee slightly, lower the little toe a little bit if you can. Yep, and you'll find then it will start to help to control the lower leg movement. Just a little quicker. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe come a fraction higher, Paul. So you let the pelvis swing a little bit more. Bring the upper body just a fraction more upright. Good. Excellent. That's much better than this morning. So you're not collapsing your rib cage. Keep your front line flat, so you're not collapsing. Super. Well, neither you nor Pam look like beginners at all. Does that feel better than this morning? Much more in rhythm. I think doing some sitting trot too, and just sort of getting that feeling of the two sides of the horse's back and your back flexing. Everything's just all sort of fallen into place more there. So what we're trying to do is get him to use his back without trying to push. You see even there now, you're still trying to tuck your pelvis under, rather than just letting your back flex in here. You're also pushing down with your arms against the front of the saddle, which will stiffen your back. So what we're going to do is get your back flexing here, and think of this sucking up. Literally think of sucking the machine up into your seat with your seat muscles. That's better, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in the canter movement. So it's this backward ellipse of the pelvis that we're looking for here. And I actually give you a little bit more there. Now you're trying to push against it again. But you see, that's it now, suck out, up. So you think of just literally drawing the machine up into your seat.
Rather than drawing into
yeah,
it. Yeah.
exactly. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You pick it up very easily on a decent horse with a decent canter, which is what you mostly don't get in the riding schools, unfortunately. The horse is on the forehand, it's going to be flipping you up at the back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you can keep that going yourself a little bit now. Watch you don't go back to wriggling. Bring your shoulders back a fraction. And let your back release there a little bit more. That's it. Shoulders back a little bit more. Shoulders back still further. Probably feel like you're leaning back then. You're still probably 2 inches in front of the vertical. Look at yourself in the mirror. Bring your shoulders back still more so that your back can actually flex more here. There's a very fine line between too far back, and again you'll stop the machine going, and too far forward when you're actually, yeah, that's better. When you're then going to restrict the movement of your arm back. Watch you're not going back. It's a lot better than it was. You haven't got so much pelvic wriggle there. But you've got to watch that you're not tucking your buttock muscles underneath you instead of drawing them up. So you're not actually tucking your seat under. All you're doing is sucking straight up over. Yeah, watch the other body's tip forward. I'm going to get there. Yeah, that's better. That's it. Can you feel now how much more lift you've got in the machine?
Yep.
Right, now he's getting somewhere. Instead of saying sit deeper or polish the saddle, which is quite hard on a sweet TV saddle anyway, what we're doing is giving you the exact movement of the lower back and the pelvis in order to synchronise your movements with those of the horse's back, not to block the back. Okay, you can have the rest there. Very good.